What's the best vlogging camera? For most of us, it's the one that we have with us in our pockets, and in most cases, that's our smartphone. That's one of the many reasons why Joby has made the Gorilla Mobile Vlogging Kit, and that's what I have with me today. This video, I'm going to talk about each component of the Joby Mobile Vlogging Kit and also give you tons of sample footage so that you can see how each part of it works out in the field. Let's get started. If you're not familiar with Joby, you've probably at least heard of the Gorillapod, which is this bendy arm tripod that has been a favorite of vloggers for a long time. But Joby even has a smaller tripod, which is this mobile tripod here that is part of the mobile vlogging kit. And it's perfect for using with a GoPro or a smartphone. Besides the Gorillapod, which makes up the base, we also have two bendy arms, which are great for attaching accessories such as a light or even a second camera. Why might you want two cameras on a vlogging rig? Well, if you want to get two angles, one facing forward and one facing backwards, then that's a really good reason to use two cameras. And the final piece to this whole rig is the phone mount, which also includes a cold shoe for attaching either a microphone, or you could swap this out and put the light or even the secondary camera on top of it instead. Alright, so we hiked up to the Mount Pilchuck Fire Lookout. It's really scenic. It's also really busy because it's a really sunny day. You can get 360 views of the mountains here, including Mount Rainier.
Yeah, there's like a village load of people up here, so
now that I've explained this rig as a whole, let's break it down and talk about each little piece of it, starting with the GoPro. So a GoPro, and actually any camera, is not included with this kit. You have to have your own camera to start with, but Joby does include a nice adapter for turning the GoPro mount into a tripod mount so that you can easily attach it to the arms or even to the Gorillapod itself. Well, we set up the tent. I also got the Joby BMO light attached to the GoPro, so we're gonna see how this light goes. Speaking of the arms, these arms are removable. All you have to do is unscrew them. On the other arm here, we have the Joby BMO light, which is Joby's, I think, very first light that they've ever made.
we bought 3 bundles of wood for 20 bucks from the host, and I have a long match. So, and the kindling is the one that looks like coconut macaroon. Yes, I have tried to eat it once in the dark.
Right now we're filming with the Joby BMO light, which is actually doing a really good job, and also the Joby microphone. So let's take a closer look at that light. It comes with a nice diffuser, which is really great for softening light and just gives you a more flattering look if you're vlogging with it. That diffuser pops off a little too easily, I might say, and leaves you with a light which is waterproof and crush proof and super rugged. It also has a magnet on the back for attaching this light to any metallic surface in case you want to get alternate or creative angles with your lights. And it charges through a USB-C port, which is behind this red flap here, and reinforced with a bit of rubber to make sure that it is ultra waterproofed. The BMO light has 5 brightness levels and they're extremely bright, so you want to make sure to use the diffuser, especially if you're going to be vlogging with this light. And if not, then things will get a little interesting. We're going to have to improvise a bit. That filter makes a pretty big difference. If that filter is off, then that's such a strong light, it really shouldn't be in anybody's face. And it also has 2 cold shoe mounts built in, which I absolutely love because it makes it a lot easier for attaching this light on top of a camera or mounting other accessories to the light. And finally, it has a 1/4-inch tripod screw on the bottom so that you can mount it to the Joby legs or any other tripods. Alright, this is our check-in for night 1 at our campsite, and we have a fire going, the stars are coming out, and we feel fantastic.
Yeah, it took some work to get to this point. We had to set up the fire and pay and all this other stuff at the campground, set up tent, blah blah blah, and now it's extremely pleasant.
If this light sounds familiar, it's because there are quite a few other lights on the market that are just like it, such as the Lytra Torch 2.0 and the LumeCube Air. If you hold these up side by side, you might have a really hard time telling which ones are which. So the rugged light market is rather competitive, and honestly, all of these lights have their pros and cons, and they share a lot of features. But Joby, I think, has a slight leg over the others in that it has these cold shoe mounts, which again are super helpful and versatile for mounting this light just about anywhere. And they come with the bigger Joby mobile vlogging kit, so you don't have to research and figure out what other light you want to get. If you get the kit, this just comes with it. And honestly, it's a really great light. So from here, let's move on to sound. This is the Joby Wavo microphone, and it might look really similar to this microphone, which is the Rode Video Micro. I mean, seriously, if you put these next to each other, they look exactly the same. And their sound quality is pretty similar, I have to say. If you're new to microphones and are wondering what this fuzzy thing is, it's called a dead cat in the industry, but it's better known as a windscreen because it does exactly that, where it protects the microphone from gusts of wind, and it makes it really easy to vlog in a windy place. So the Joby microphone does come with a dead cat or a wind muff on it. And right now we're using the phone just bare with no microphone plugged in. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the Joby microphone and we'll see what kind of sound difference it makes. All right, and there we go. I plugged in the Joby microphone with that dead cat on top, and there is a little bit of wind, so we'll see if we hear any of that wind or how effective this microphone is at blocking out some of that wind. You don't have to use the windscreen, but if you're outside vlogging, then you should probably have it on. This is a self-powered microphone, so you don't have to charge it. All you do is plug it into your camera and just start using it. But speaking of plugs, it does come with two different cables. One is a cable meant to be used with a mirrorless camera or DSLR or point and shoot, and the other is a cable made specifically for smartphones. That cable is also called a TRRS cable, so make sure that you're using that cable if you're going to plug it into your smartphone. Joby is also nice enough to include a little label on it to make sure that you have the right cable. But if you want to pop this microphone on top of another camera, then you can do that as long as you use the right cable. So what I really like about, this microphone and also the BMO light and even the Gorillapod is that they're not specific to vlogging with a smartphone. They're interchangeable and you can use them in other scenarios. I've even used this BMO light just as a camping light to find my way to the bathroom at night. So you don't even have to use this for filming or photography specifically. So I appreciate the versatility in every component of this mobile vlogging kit. All right, so if we remove this arm, then we are left with the bare bones of this vlogging kit. And besides the Gorillapod, we have a mount on top. That mount comes with these two adapters here for adding those arms if you want to, but you can also take them off. And on top we have a really nice mount for attaching your smartphone. The smartphone I'm using here and also in all the sample clips is the Samsung Galaxy S10. I love the smartphone for a few reasons. Number one is all of the lenses that you have in the back, so you can go from wide to mid-range to zoom at the push of a button. And it also has a front-facing camera that shoots in 4K. It's one of the first smartphones on the market to do that. And if you enable that front-facing camera, you also have a selfie screen of sorts if you use the front part of your phone. And that's something that not even the GoPro and a lot of mirrorless cameras give you, so I just think that adds more flame to the fire about using your phone to vlog. The smartphone grip also comes with a cold shoe mount on top, which is handy for attaching, the light or a microphone, but if you don't want that on top, you can actually remove it using an Allen wrench. And the final thing I really love about this phone mount is how easy it is to go from shooting horizontally to shooting vertically. I mean, this is so handy for Instagram stories, and I love that all you have to do is, loosen this back part here and just slide it around, and you can change the orientation of how you're shooting. So we've been on a quest to find some of the coolest trees in the Olympic National Park and forest, and so today we have one of the largest cedars in the world behind us. There's actually one other thing I like about this smartphone mount, and that is the fact that you can take it off of the Gorillapod and you can attach this mount to any other little tripods on the market. This is the Joby Telepod Mobile, which is one of our favorite vlogging tripods. And the reason why we like the Joby Telepod Mobile is because it has this center column that can expand. And so it makes it really easy for getting the camera further away if you need to get two people or more of your surroundings in your shot, or you can also have it up high to get a higher angle. And if you don't want it to be long, you can just compress it and it goes down into a really nice little handle, which is also a tripod. So typically I'll carry both the Telepod Mobile and also the mobile Gorillapod with me because These mounts are so small they can fit in my purse or a small camera bag, and I can use them interchangeably. The Gorillapod is still really great if I want to attach the whole rig to a railing or wrap it around a tree or put it in a funky angle. So it's really great to have these two tripod options. So who is this vlogging kit for? If you're just getting started with video and all you have is a smartphone, that's not a problem. Smartphones today keep getting better and better with time. And if you get a kit like this, then it enhances your sound, your light quality, and even gives you the chance to add a secondary camera angle or any other camera or vlogging accessories out there with this single rig. So if you want to up your smartphone game, then this would be a really great way to do that. This whole rig, not including the two cameras, costs $200, and it includes the microphone and a light and a really great and well-known tripod. You can use all the accessories if you want to, or you can change where they're positioned, or you can swap them out for your own over time as you want to upgrade or use different products. So for mobile video makers or content creators, this is a no-brainer if you don't already have something like this. Now I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you used a vlogging rig like this, or do you have any plans to? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.